All right, guys, welcome to this week's midweek breakdown. Look, I'm excited, but when I look at this market, it takes my excitement a little bit away. This market has traded crazy over the last 3 days. I am recording this a little bit late, so you're gonna get my live reaction and my live not reaction, but thoughts as we go through New York Open right now. So let's get into the positions I'm holding and let's get into what I said about previous week. So what I want to do, or what I said on Sunday, right? So let's have a look. AUD USD is just flat out going up. Euro AUD never gave us an entry. I couldn't enter. Euro NZD, same thing. Euro USD, I'm waiting for it to, hit this point. Now, this point represents where we were before the war, right? So this is, I mean, we pretty much erased all this downside. Now back to the upside, right? So like 300 pip downside has been taken out, and we've made our way back up, which is kind of crazy to even think about. GU, same thing. I thought we might trade from here. Like I said, on Sunday, I would look to get into a trade, but simply hasn't happened. And it's trading like the war is over. We'll just put it that way. NU, same thing. Oil has actually just plummeted. Now, the open was insane, and then it just plummeted down. And as you can see right now, we are going back down. Am I going to trade this? No. This de-escalation is kind of crazy. I mean, I'm reading it here, which I could probably open up here too. I have Forex Factory open right here. China is very happy that I am permanently opening the Strait of Hormuz. Blah blah blah. This is what he's saying right now here, and on my thing it says that negotiations between U.S. and Iran to return later this week. So I think there's a thing called a taco trade, right, which stands for Trump always chickens out. I think that's what's happened. I think the market has stopped buying the nonsense, and they priced it in, which is kind of crazy for me to even think that this is what a priced in oil price would look like. Don't get me wrong, we're still very elevated, right? We haven't returned to pre-war numbers, but very strange. This might be the strangest yet. We're about to hit an all-time high on the SPX 500, S&P 500. Cool. UCAD. Yeah. Anyways, USD Chef. This turned into a loss. I don't know if Wednesday last week. Yeah, Monday. Yeah, this turned into a loss on Monday. Just so you guys know. So this is an L that we took. We lost 0.5% here. Happens. It is what it is. Like I said, the good thing about my portfolio right now is that it wasn't so weighted on the war, right? I took that out. The only one I was in was USD Chef because macro speaking, it makes sense. Regardless, whatever. USD JPY, keeping an eye out. Went back up here, dropped. I think it will go up again and drop this month. I have my eyes on this. I expect a rate hike. Gold, I said I will short it, but like I said, guys, the market is not making sense. It's just not trading the way I thought it would on Sunday. So let's just take everything I said on Sunday and throw it out because that's what this did. Cool, happens. Now, Chef JPY is another loss that we took. Yeah, this is another loss that we took. So we took 2 losses. Happens. I'm transparent about stuff. I don't sit here and lie. Big accounts, does it hurt? Yeah, you're down 1%, but I do want to show you the positions that I'm still holding and how they have turned out so far, right? So that's the whole red list. Now let's talk about our green list. So AUD Swissy. You guys have seen me hold this thing. You can go back, watch every single YouTube video. You will see I have been in USD Swissy since April 1st. We'll put it this way, for the last 15 days. So great trade, still holding, still see 0.57 coming for this. There's no reason for me to let go of this. Let's just put it that way, okay? GA, we entered GA, guys. It gave us the entry. we've already taken out the USD chef's loss on this. Okay, so this hit a 1 to 2. I am aiming for a 1 to 10 on this, which is going to be incredible. We're sitting a 1 to 3 almost. Okay, so this is an incredible trade. Look at the next one, AUD NZD. We ended up getting into that. We already hit a 1 to 2 on this, and now, this is a 1 to 9 I'm aiming for, which is currently up a 1 to 4 almost. So we are looking very healthy when it comes to the AUD swings. Very, very healthy. The losses have been erased by these two trades, and that's the thing. I tell people all the time, majority of the way that people trade is that there's one way for them to win and one way for them to lose. The way that I manage my portfolio, or I manage the trade specifically, is way more. So there's two ways for me to win, which is hitting the 1 to 2s, right? So I can survive the market, and then my swings takes me to those big profits, right? I hope that makes sense. So when you're looking at AUD NZD, let's say this ends up hitting TP, this is a 1 to 9, guys, right? So to make math easy, for 1% risk, I make 9. For 0.5% risk, I make 4.5. So it's pretty nice here, and it's pumping. I love to see it. AUD Swissy, like I said, we can have a look. I mean, I have this locked. Let me go out a little. It doesn't bother me that this is not even that high up. I mean, this is even a 1 to 3. Nice. We're sitting 1 to 3 on all of them, guys. None of this bothers me. This is actually really good setups here, right? So we're pretty much 1, 2, 3 on all of them. So we're hovering around 9% in profit, which is incredible. Now I'm not risking 0.5%. I'm risking 0.25% on this, so half and half of that again. So we're hovering 9%. Half of that is what? What's wrong with my math right now? 4.5 and half of that again. So we're hovering about 2.15 in profit. Pretty cool, right? So that's after taking the losses. This is the thing. I can close the account. I can close the trades right now on a $400,000 account, up 2.15%. Pretty nice. So what am I looking at the remainder of the week? Well, to be very honest with you, I just have my eyes on what the F is going on. I'm gonna get the twos. They're waiting. I think they're waiting to make some kind of decision. This is the thing with the market and where it is right now. To me, it looks like there's a lot of waiting game, and to see what the next going to be. I think we're in like decision making space right now. So we had the USD PPI that came out 0.1, as expected was 0.4. Core PPI and PPI month over month was 0.5. Expected was 1.1. I want to look at, this is going to be, I already told you guys, this is coming out tomorrow. This is only going to help the trade, in my opinion. We'll check back obviously Sunday, and this is the big one. Now this comes out, if it comes out 0.1, which is bad, if it comes out worse than 0.1, guys, the GA trade straight down. Okay, this comes out positive, like expected. Look at the forecast. Look at the previous. Look at the forecast. Okay, unemployment change, yes, stays the same. If it stays the same, or the unemployment goes down, guys, you understand the GA trade is going to hit. Well, it won't hit TP, but it's going to move massively. So that's good. This is very good positioning. And that's really it. That's the news really for the rest of the week. So, truth be told, there's not a lot to go over personally. I am very happy with my portfolio, sitting in 3 trades currently. Nothing for me to really stress about, worry about. So that's a big thumbs up. You see it's sitting at 4.250. This is sitting at 4.375. This isn't no man's land. If I have to bet, I think this will drop. DXY, right? US 30. Surprising that's pushing down. This is what it did on the open. Very interesting. NAS 100 though going up. I think I know why this is, because what is pushing NAS and SPX, and we haven't looked at SPX right now, which we will. I think SPX will be pushing up because the S&P 500 is being dragged by certain companies right now that US 30 doesn't have. So just so you guys know, to why I think this is happening. Right around the same place. But overall for today, if I had to look, 0.5, yeah, you get my point. I think NAS would have the more, oh sorry, yeah, minus 2.4 and going down, while this is obviously pushing down a little bit too. So I want to keep my eyes on here. The VIX has gone down. This indicates risk off. Risk off happens, AUD gains, CAD gains, NZD gains. Remember, keep that in mind. Okay, that always happens. AUD, I think they're waiting for numbers for tomorrow. That's why the ranging, same thing here. A6 200. So here's the thing. I actually wanted to hedge my AUD stuff, but this is only future, so I couldn't trade it. Iron ore pushing up. Copper pushing up. Now these are trading like metals. Risk off environment makes sense why it's pushing up, just so you guys know. Energy, not interested in New Zealand. I mean, it will be good if it keeps pushing down. My AN keeps flying up. CAD chilling, not much going on. Yeah, guys, I mean, the Toronto 60 is flying. Yeah, I expect CAD to keep pushing down. Oil we already discussed. Euro 2s, 10s. Nothing crazy. DAX pushing up for the day. Yeah, look, there's not much to go over. Gold, maybe yes, we can talk a little bit about gold. I already said I wanted to short it. We'll talk about it in a second. I'll get to gold. Oh, wow. This is interesting. Very interesting. When was the hike again? Oh, when is the decision again? Japan. Yeah, next week. 27 to 28. So I will be flying on the 28th. So we will see. We will see. I will be in Europe in this time. Yep, Japanese 2s, 10s. Interesting why they would push down. But currently, keep in mind, they've already projected 1 hike, 2 hike, almost 3 hikes. We're pushing towards 3 hikes in the next 2 years, right? And in the next 10, a lot more. So, yeah, this is the highest I think it's been for a very long time, or ever. Let's see. I mean, yeah, ever. Right, we broke that in January. Yeah, this is insane to look at these bond prices. Oop, my laptop's lagging again. I don't know what's been going on with this laptop for the last couple of days, but I guess I gotta restart it. Wow, Nikki, wow, it's flying. Yeah, interesting, guys. Very interesting what's going on here. Now just to summarize my thoughts, because to be honest, there's not a lot. I like where my portfolio is positioned. I enjoy AUD exposure, right? This is great trade here. This is a great trade here. And this is a phenomenal trade here too. So I'm going to continue to simply hold these trades. Just so you guys know, I'm just going to continue to hold them. I'm not looking to add anything extra on these trades. I'm not going to add anything. I'm not going to remove anything. I'm just going to let the trades play out. And I want more direction. I want more clarity when it comes to what's going on in the market, because the truth is, yeah, the market is trading like the war is over, but the war isn't over. And then if the reality is the war is over, and whatever, and then we're moving back to macros. And if that's the case, I will do a little bit of research and be ready. So that's where my thoughts are for the week, to be honest. Again, there's not a lot to talk about because of how great our positioning has been. For me, the biggest thing was, yes, I wanted to put a little bit of exposure towards the war still, which is what we did with Chef JPY and USD Swissy. It didn't work out. It is what it is. But again, we were still able to put, a portfolio behind the thinking, hey, let's talk macros. If the macros are the ones that are driving the market now, where should we really look? And AUD is a clear favorite in my head. When I'm looking around here, US for the futures trend water, hover around the flat, the Wednesday afterwards. You see, like, everybody's talking about this stuff. Oil price volatility, US import price grows, shorts. Like, even if I go on Bloomberg, I don't know why it just takes me to the Middle Eastern one. Always does that. Or it takes me to the Asia one. Doesn't just take me to normal. But anyways, when you look at these different places, you got Bloomberg, you got sterling pound, right? So on and so forth. All of them are reporting about the war, but the war's been priced in. The war is completely priced in. Like, of course, it's because on peace hopes. Yeah, the market could be fragile. We'll put it that way, though. The market could really be fragile. And I think one wrong direction or one wrong tweet even might move the market completely. So, yeah, this is very interesting. It's better to sit on your hands, especially when you're positioned the way I am, which is I'm positioned completely macros right now. And I don't have any USD real exposure, like straight up exposure. And I like it that way. I want to keep it that way. I don't want to associate myself with this, with the news. I want to stay away, and I just want to sit on my hands. So yeah, we will talk back on Sunday. Even when you're wrong, and if you position yourself the right way, where you balance your trades and the way you think, you can really come out really well, guys. That's the point. I wanted to hedge my AUDs. But last night the only thing I could figure out how I could hedge it was to long the ASX, which kind of funny. Let me just show you guys. ASX 200. I couldn't do it last night. I really wanted to, but the reason why I couldn't do it was because and my stop was down here. I was gonna take a stop here. I think the entry was somewhere around here. It doesn't matter. The thing is, this is the futures market that is open right now. Like, I couldn't trade this on my account because the market was closed. So yeah, I guess everything happens for a reason, right? But yeah, guys, I appreciate you as always. Telegram in bio if you want to learn, you want to trade with us. Connect with me with the Telegram in bio. All the other links that I use to help me better trade, broker I utilize, everything in bio. I'll catch you on Sunday. Not a lot to talk about. Pretty simple, crazy markets, but pretty simple. And I'll catch you guys next week. Take care, guys. See you soon.